When we had last left Team Bald, they had seemingly finally debriefed with literally everybody possible following the events at Moonrise Towers, and also had some very particular ponderances over the relationship of Aelin and Isabel. Now, however, it was time to venture forth, it seemed, to other lands, to Worm's Crossing. This is Baldur's Gate 3. Welcome back. Let us unhide all of that, and as you can see, we have completely respec'd quite a few folks. I think the only people who haven't undergone like a major respec is Astarian, who is still, I'm quite enjoying the like situation going on with Astarian. I think now that we've gone with, what's it called, the Trickster spec, I quite like that. I suppose I haven't messed around too much with Halson nor Will, who I think Will is performing pretty well, right? Will is doing well. Who else? Oh, Lae'zel. I haven't messed around with Lae'zel at all, but I don't know. It seems difficult to screw up the fighter, right? They're very straightforward to the point, and I don't know. They're just all around seemingly like exceptional. You know, they just seem really good. Nonetheless, sort of as was alluded to, I changed around my spec a little bit. Notably got rid of that, what do you call it, the ward of healing, or whatever it was called, the concentration ability, where it let you cast a single target heal, sort of without expending a spell slot every turn. Seemed a little unnecessary, seemed like a little too much to have to deal with, and also conflated with haste, right, which I didn't really enjoy. So instead, got back Mass Healing Word so we can have synergy with that and our, here, Whispering Promise, right? That way we have some degree of Bless. That said, it may not even be entirely necessary, but we'll get more into that in just a short bit. Also picked up Guardian of Faith, which seems super duper good. Conjure Elemental also seems super duper good to just have another creature that you can control, and a pretty powerful one at that. And I forgot what I swapped out for, but I swapped out something for Bane, because I figured, hey, if I do end up being in a situation where, like, I'm out of haste, or I want to use, like, another concentration spell, why not have it attempt to be Bane, you know? Because it's not terrible, right? Even if I have, like, a difficult chance of pulling it off, maybe it was, yeah, Blind I actually traded, and I took Charm as well. I figure, it feels a little in character. But Bane, I figure, well, we have 3 chances to get it off, you know, against, like, a slew of 3 dudes. It seems decently powerful, right? I don't know how well my character is going to be at executing it, right? But, I don't know, the more I think about their newly announced, like, patch 8 Bard College, or what, Bard subclass, the more I think about, like, man, it's kind of like really playing into the backstory, the background idea I had for my character of him being like a former con man selling these like busted ass scrolls and potions, the School of Glamour, I think it is. That sounds really aligned with like my idea of like using bard magic to sort of like you know, not literally charm people, but effectively charm people, right? Or in some cases, literally, like, to change their minds into, like, you know, mystify them with spectacle, with some sort of incredible spectacle, and make them think incorrectly, right? Make them believe something is happening that isn't really happening. Nonetheless, also, changed around our equipment a fair bit. If you see stuff that you recognize, hey, there it is. Notably as well, let's see here, I changed around Karlach's spec a little bit. As I had alluded to, I think getting points in a fighter is really good, right? Especially the next level. She'll be able to have like a bound weapon, which I think she can just have in her inventory, right? Like if she binds, thanks to Eldritch Knight, a lightning jabber, and just continually uses that for throwing, I think that would be actually like dope as hell. Right? I think that would be incredible. But even barring that, we could have her take, like, Shadowheart's current weapon, right? The spear. But, I don't know, the Harmonium Halberd seems way too good to let go of, right? Given how much of her damage scales with strength, like her damage and chance to hit. But yeah, level 8 Barbarian, high enough to get a feat, and then we're going to put 2 more into Fighter, I think, so then she'll get another feat, and then level 3, of course, she'll also get the subclass. I don't know that I changed around too much at all of her equipment. Oh yeah, I did actually. Notably, I got rid of her gloves that help her do like another 1d4 in exchange for the gloves of dexterity. Maybe this will be a mistake, right? But hey, worst case, we can always respec at a later date. But for now, this lets her pump up her dex even higher because behind the scenes, I've actually really specced around her stuff and I gave her like 8 dex, right? Because if she's going to be wearing these gloves anyway, who gives a shit, right? She'll just always have 18. So you get the most value out of, like, respecking, bumping down her dex as low as it can go, pumping the points into, like, wisdom or charisma. And then, hey, you get a ton more AC out of it that way, right? Get strength and constitution as high as they can go, get the barbarian effect rolling. Like I said, the dex also kicks in. Seems like a great situation. So she's up to 19 AC, and thanks to doing that, I was able to spread out some of her buffing, her like plus AC equipment to other characters that are in the party, right? There was the cloak, I think the boots, she might still have, yeah, the boots, the ring, stuff like that. Just being able to spread out more, I think, is super duper good. And we have done exactly that. I also got this. When the wearer deals spell damage while illuminated by a light source, they also inflict radiating orb upon the target. That's actually horrible. I don't know why I gave her that. Right? That's actually not good at all for her. I don't know why I put that on her. Right? I'm actually going. I sent that to camp. Oh, here, the Amulet of the Harpers. I gave her that instead of the higher healing received ability because I figured it'd be better on someone else. Right, to where you always get healed for the maximum amount. But, hang on, let's see. Can I just throw, like, a generally, like, useful ring in here? Let's see. Wearer deals 2 points of damage against creatures that are illuminated. I guess that's okay. Is there, like, a better one, though? Move speed. Let's see. Maybe there's not. The Ring of Flinging, I mean, that's like... That's amazing for her. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe that is the end-all be-all. I mean, I guess being immune to being blinded is alright. That's good if you want to cast, like, an AoE blind, right? That ain't half bad. Yeah, I'm not sure now. Okay. I mean, I guess, like, these, Exhort the Risen. I don't know. I feel like I want something more passive. You know, something that'll just pop off as we're playing. I guess immune to blinded. It's really not ideal, though. Right? Yeah, I don't know. Whoops. I thought we had a good thing going. Whoops. Yeah, we could give her, like, more advantage and stuff. I don't know, what are the chances that we get stuff illuminated? I feel like pretty decent. You know? But we don't have our illuminators really in the party. I don't know, something is on fire. It's considered illuminated, right? If they're literally burning on fire, I feel like that means they're illuminated. Okay, I'm swapping that then. You can wield that. Okay. But yeah, that's generally the plan for Karlach. I've got Jaheira in the party. I really want to, like, mess around with Jaheira a little bit at least. Because, I don't know, like I said, I played through 75% at least of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 and Siege of Dragonspear with Jaheira. Actually, was she in Siege of Dragonspear? I can't remember now. But either way, at least BG1 and 2, core game, I played with Jaheira a whole bunch, right? She was in the party. She was kind of a staple. She kind of saved our asses in a couple fights with borderline exploits. So I've got her set up as a Circle of the Spores, because this seemed the most reminiscent of how I wielded her before, as just sort of this like incredible buffer debuffer, right? I don't even really fully know how it's gonna play, but she's got all these dudes, and she can get even more. She can get a fungal infestation, which I don't know. Can she have 4 of these at once, or is it that she can recharge it 4 times before she needs to long rest? I have no idea. But this here, she's got the symbiotic entity, which is super wild, right? It lets her cast this Halo of Spores thing to do double the damage, which is quite nice. And it's a reaction, shockingly enough. And I've also got her sort of using a setup not all too dissimilar from how she was in BG1 and 2, wielding like pretty good medium armor, right? She's got the adamantium stuff, got like a shield, got like a staff. And we can synergize that with Shillelagh, which I never actually used in BG1 and 2. But hey, here I kind of comprehend how it works a lot better. And I think we're going to roll with it. We're going to see how it goes. But yeah, she's got all kinds of stuff. I love the spore stuff. It seems really fun. I don't know. It'll be fun to learn, at the very least. It looks cool. And once again, like I said, in BG1 and 2, I pretty much never shapeshifted her. So I'm just going to roll around with her as like more of a caster druid and really only use shapeshifting pretty sparingly or pretty rarely, right? I'm not going to use it very much at all. How come she has bardic inspiration? Oh, from the actual buff. I thought she could cast it. I was like, what? Is it because you're now like Super Harbor? But yeah, we've got all that. Contagion, still have that because that's, like I said, that was one of those abilities I used a lot on her. I was so tempted to roll with Insect Swarm, but it seems so fucking scary, right? It's non-discriminatory in who it attacks. We've also finally got Gale back in the party, at long last. He was with us a whole shitload in the early goings-on of Act 1, and now I finally want to get him back. This is just eternally the problem with games like these, is like you run into issues like, oh shit, everyone is so likable and fun, and I never know who to have in the party or whatever. So, hey, finally Gale is back. I've spec'd him out to be, as you can see, pretty fire-focused, right? If you'll remember when we found the heat mechanic and a lot of stuff, and this self-immolation and all of that, I was like, man, that's kind of wild. How does that work, I wonder? Well, I kind of want to find out how it works. I kind of want to find out. So we've got him kind of set up for dealing a lot of fire damage. I got him that 1 feat that makes it to where... what's it called? Yeah, empowered... No... Yeah, here we go. Elemental Adept Fire, to where you ignore resistances and you can't roll a critical failure with a fire spell. So, of course, he's decked out with fire damage. He's got a few little dudes, too, he can pull out. Pretty cool stuff. I don't know. I feel like, knowing everything about Gale now, I feel as if I kind of want him to be an evocation wizard and just, like, I don't know. Is it uncouth to want him to be blowing stuff up? Is it uncouth? Perhaps so, right? But I kind of want to tool around with that. I think it'd be fun, and have like a big AoE focused character, right? And even if we don't want to focus on AoE, if we don't want to be like throwing fireballs, wall of fire, burning hands, we've got Firebolt and Scorching Rays, which we can line up on single target and get a lot of procs on stuff like, whenever you deal fire damage, you gain Arcane Acuity for 2 turns, right? Just get loads of that. The only thing I wonder about is when you burn an enemy, you gain 2 turns of heat. I think that might be shit. The other catch with Gale, and the reason why I have this in his inventory, is I worry about the heat dealing too much damage to him, and causing issues of him, like, like killing himself. So, if it turns out to be a little rough, I've got the circlet of mental anguish, which may help out. Right? We'll swap this over. Because the Hat of Fire Acuity is super good, right? But if he's taking on heat, as nice as that is, it's gonna fucking suck, right? He's gonna take a lot of self-damage, you know? Granted, he is resistant to fire. That is nice, thanks to this staff. I don't know if that nullifies his self-damage or not. But hey, it's something worth bearing in mind, that we may need to overcome that with Circlet of Mental Anguish. But that said, would the heat effect also synergize with the Hat of Fire Acuity? Like, you could go... I feel like you could go really glass cannon here with fire, you know? Because if you're dealing fire damage to the enemy, you get 2 turns of Arcane Acuity per pop. And then he hits up heat on himself? Like, it seems absurd. Does that also count as fire damage if it's self-damage through heat? That seems ridiculous. I don't know. It's something to think about, but I kind of like the high risk-reward situation there for Gale. It feels very in character, it feels very appropriate. And like I said, if it's a little too hot to handle, we'll throw on this extra hat instead. We'll lose out on a lot of the cool bonuses with Arcane Acuity, but he may just be going too buck wild with our current party setup. But that brings me to the other person who I respect, who is not in the party, that being Shadowheart, who I'm actually fairly interested in getting back into the party. I have respect her to be... Oh gosh, where do I even see it at? Right here. I've respect her to be Life Domain, back again to where she was, which, if I wanted to be kind of more in character, as I did when I made her Trickery, or Tricking Domain, whatever it was, I wanted to sort of follow along the lines of that, at least for our first playthrough, and put her either in, I checked, and it would be either Life or Knowledge, and Knowledge has a lot of cool stuff going on, but we would lose out on a lot of functionality of it, because a lot of that seems like it's more beneficial if that is like your main character, if that is like the player character who is within the Knowledge school or whatever, right? Whoever you decide to have like talking to people, right? Which... I want my character to do that. I want my own character to be doing that. Or if I were playing as Shadowheart, sure. But that is not the case. So I went for Life, and I really layered back on this crown that when you heal another, the wearer regains HP. Because I had this great idea. What if we just turned her into this sort of like glutton for punishment? Almost as it were. And that in that sense also I'm thinking if maybe when we get her back in the party, I even swap out that one ring that I've got. Let's see here. Yeah, this one, the Whispering Promise. I swap that out and give it to Shadowheart to where that way she's just stacking that shit nonstop, right? Because my big thinking is she would synergize super duper well with this heat mechanic on Gale, because Gale then wouldn't have to worry about wielding this hat to sort of overcome the self-damage, right? She'd be giving out Bless all the damn time, and on top of it, because of the mysterious and incredible way that, what's it called? Let's see here. Let's see. What is it called? Can I check here? Can I check her spells? I don't think I can from here. Either that or I'm too stupid to know how to do it. But what's it called? The like warding bond? Is that it? Or hang on, I have it on that ring. Let's see. Yeah, warding bond. There is no limit to the amount of people you can put this on, right? I've discovered, incidentally, right before, that you could put this on literally every character in your entire party, right? What if we made Shadowheart into this, like, ultra off tank, you know, who is able to tank like 50% of all incoming damage and +1 bonus to AC, +1 to saving throws, having all the resistance to all damage except psychic, or no, all damage, right? I'm thinking of Karlach's old ability. What if we had her in the party doing that? Suddenly, Shadowheart is taking shitloads of damage. She's taking so much fucking damage, but synergizing amazingly with her hat. What if she just heals it all away, right? What if she just absorbs damage from everybody, healing everybody all the fucking time? Damage is coming and going, flowing all the damn time. There's like this economy of damage being filtered and laundered through, and like she's trading it for bless and all of that. It seems like such a fucking rad idea, right? And that's also why I gave her the periaptive wound closure, sort of another backup plan for, oh, Shadowheart's going to be kind of deep shit, so let's make it to where every time she gets healed, it's for the maximum amount possible, right? And then giving her extra movement speed, and this stuff that procs whenever she deals radiant damage, because of course, while she's doing this healing, she should have Guardian Spirits or whatever it's called active, and she's just running around throwing heals out, getting fucked up, fucking them up. Like, I don't know, it seems deranged, and I'm kind of into the idea of it in a major way. And I think it also would synergize with, I don't know if this is the case, but with her new armor, right? Which reduces all incoming damage by 2. If she's taking warding bond damage, and that's halved, right? It filters through the provided resistance, it's halved, then halved again because half of the damage that gets through the resistance goes to the targeted individual and then goes to the person who casted warding bond. Then does that also get mitigated by another 2 when it shows up on her? So just how much damage mitigation are we talking here? Like, how powerful is this? This seems ridiculous, right? Is this not absurd? This seems like really, really powerful. But I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm a damn fool. But it's something worth bearing in mind, and something that I'm very eager to try. But like I said, the issue is I just don't have room for everybody. Right? I don't have room for... There are too many party members, too many cool ideas, and not enough people, not enough slots for the party, right? So eventually, after we've had some fun messing around with Jaheira, I think, maybe we swap back in Shadowheart, right? And we'll also be able to judge sort of like how intense is the self-damage that Gale is going to experience, you know? I'm very interested in that. All right, let's leave camp. We've spent too long talking about this.
I've always felt flames to be a rather perfect expression of love, Karlach. Passionate, primal, capable of bestowing the most life-affirming comfort, or inflicting the profoundest damage.
That's pretty nice. Never thought about it like that. But now I will.
Aww. All right, and looks like Gale also has something to say. And granted, of course, I do feel like with Gale's name being Gale, I feel as if I should associate him more with like thunder or lightning, you know? But I don't know. The heat mechanic seems so dangerous. It seemed cool, you know? We're playing with fire, right? We're literally playing with fire. It seemed kind of cool. It seemed hot, if you'll give me that. I don't know. I like the idea of just blowing shit up, right? It's kind of fun. It's in most games I always find like, oh yeah, I'll mess around with like lightning or cold or whatever. But I can't help it. Maybe I'm just a little basic and I just come back to like throwing a fucking fireball being kind of sweet as hell. All right, Gale?
I was supposed to sacrifice myself to stop the Absolute. Yeah, I don't think I could have gone through with it, in truth. And I'm glad that I didn't, given what has come to light.
What are you talking about? You seem in a good mood. I thought you might be more subdued after coming close to blowing up. We're not out of the shadow-cursed woods yet, Gale. Give him a chance. Give him a chance? What does that mean? Like, let him talk? Like, just let him keep talking without interrupting? I can't, though. I have to. My character is a yapper. I must talk. What are you talking about?
The Elder Brain. But more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even without seeing it for myself, I could sense it. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. And I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power, the ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
And I'm sorry, but this is where the Elder Scrolls enjoyer in me must speak up and say, well, there's only one way. Time travel, right? How is it so pristine? How is it so powerful after all these years? After this long-lost empire has faded into borderline obscurity and their relics of immense power have also faded. Someone time traveled and got it. Gotta be, right? Somehow, somebody traveled through time and got it. Back up a little. Why is this crown so important all of a sudden? What do you suggest? See her dropping the whole blowing yourself up thing. You think I'll just forget about that? Back up a little. Why is this crown so important all of a sudden?
That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side
Oh
of
my
Canada.
god.
Sorcerous Sundries. I need to go there and learn
Wait,
all
he
I
didn't-
can.
Wait, did he actually say it? Did he actually say... I didn't hear him say... Was I too excited? I talked over him? I got too excited by reading the text? I didn't actually get to hear him say the words? I heard him say Sorcerer's Sundries, but not Candle Keep. Okay. Why would a Baldurian magic shop be the first place we look? So you just want to go shopping? Let's just get to Baldur's Gate, first of all. Sounds like an excellent idea. No, Gale. Why would a Baldurian magic shop be the first place we look?
Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
Okay. Let's see. Anything else around here we should deal with? Oh, can I take these again?
Wish I had
there
a
we
bag
go.
of holding.
Yoink. Yeah, these are all free for the taking now. Good. Man. Another point of interest here is maybe we just got too many little guys. Right? Like this is absurd. You know, we could even have more. We could have more little guys. This is ridiculous. How many fucking dudes have we got? Right? This is absurd. Like, what if Karlach were someone who also had little guys? What if I also had Scratch out? You know? We could have so many little guys. It's
Mind my step.
I don't know how I feel about it. We could also have what is it? Like reanimate dead. We could have 3 skeletons as well chilling. You just be like a full-ass pet class, right? Which I guess, you know, a lot of people like that. A lot of people want that. Okay. I don't know if I've ever been much of a pet class enjoyer, though, across many games at all. Let's see here. Should we look through some of this crap? I think maybe we should. Ain't nobody out here.
What next?
Is Jaheira gonna get mad? If we have Karlach just start taking this?
Rosé in a tea shop.
Let's see. Let's sort by type. Good. And let's just have her start taking all this. Are we getting in deep shit? No.
Shadow lag.
Yeah, let's just have her sneak around and yoink it all up.
Nice.
And we'll just sell it off. Good. Anything in the backpack? Nope. Longsword. Some studded shields. Good. Look, if anything, I'm shocked that these didn't become free to take. What was that? I thought I saw a green item flash momentarily. Oh yeah, light crossbow +1. Where was that flashing up at? Huh. Okay. Let's go on over here. Good. Another
Open up.
backpack. Well, she has to go outside to check it. Okay. More shields on the floor here. Good. Okay. And then all of these will mark for wares. I mean, we could send the +1s, but I think we're getting to the point where, like, I don't really give them a care. Right. Okay, let's take the torches here. Let's have her unhide. Oh, the light crossbow +1 is up top. Let's take more torches here. Listen, I just recently as well spent a shitload of moolah teaching Gale as many spells as possible, right? So, it's necessary. This is important. This is all important. Also, I'm a freak and I love stealing in games. Okay. Let's take this stuff. Good. Alright. There we are. Add those to wares. Well, should I put the light crossbow? Yeah, let's... We're a little short on light crossbows. Maybe I want one of those. Just open to being used, if necessary.
I've got a long road ahead. How much farther can I go?
Okay, is there anything else that we want to check? Oh yeah, in Isabel's room, right? Because now there's no one else in there. Right? Anything here? We'll go up there real fast. Okay, Leah is still there. They're still hanging out. Alright. Up and over here. Sure. Okay, have we read the diary before? I think we had. Ever since I returned, there's been a filth in me. I feel it in my very lungs. I cannot get it out. It will never out. This death that reeks within me. There are some things even the Moon Maiden cannot heal. There are some things she would never accept in her devoted. I should never have come back. I'm so curious what the circumstances were around her dying, right? This whole time I just assumed that it was like some sort of sickness or like natural or like tangentially natural cause, right? But the way in which she described her death and all of that and like the suddenness of it was a little wild. A milk bowl. Oh, it's camp supplies. Okay.
Don't mind if I do.
Yoink. Okay. You know, I was very worried that taking that would cause some sort of divine intervention. I was a little worried that something would happen. A plain bowl filled to the brim with fresh milk. Maybe I can give that to a cat, though. Maybe I'll keep that on me. Okay. Let's see. Let's check our journal here. Gortash left for Baldur's Gate. We should go after him. Orin. Yeah, the Lash of Bhaal. Hiding somewhere in Baldur's Gate with another stone, must find her and take it. Gather your allies. Yada yada. Personal. Dream Visitor. Yada yada. Kithrak Voss. We discovered all 3 books in the series. The Final Fate and whereabouts of Prince Orpheus are apparently unknown. What could have happened to him? Rescue the Grand Duke. Right. Mole, the Spirit Amulet. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good to go, huh? Okay. How come this has a show on map option for right here? Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's warp on over.
Curse? Gone. Hell yes.
How gone is it, though? Should we go and take a peek over at, like, the House of Healing? There's still, like, this hauntingly eerie, like, green-blue glow on some stuff. Right? I keep wanting there to be some mass amount of, like, terraforming, right? Like,
The road to Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back once we start down that road.
But yeah, that's what I thought was being alluded to, but we kind of never got it. Okay. Yeah, they're still the same here. Alright. I wonder if there is a situation where it gets massively terraformed. I don't know. Okay. Back over here. Do a quick save. Great. And let's hit the road. I forget if we've been to Worm's Crossing before.
And Baldur's Gate is their target.
It sounds vaguely familiar. Like, I wonder if Worm's Crossing is that location from BG1 where there's that absurd little, like, intro cinematic where there's, like, a farmer or whatever looking off a cliff and, like, a worm goes by holding a cow. Right? I don't know why that one is so well stuck and adhered to my mind's eye, to my memory, that one cinematic, but it is, right? You're about to progress your adventure. Once you move on, you may not be able to return. Make sure to tie up any loose ends before advancing. Yeah, I think I've done it. I think I've done all that I need to do. Okay.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Oh. Oh my god, it became a beautiful tree. Wow. Can we not go back now? Oh. Okay. Sure. Trying to look at this area here and get an idea of what all's to come. Oh. Oh, hey, are these talking heads? Like that one we had inexplicably seen but didn't really have much else about?
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wyrm's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the flaming fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Oh.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prism bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
So what is she? Was that magic, or was that like I don't know, an ability inherent to her? Yeah, I've got my eye on you, Dame Aelin. Where the hell are we? Is this Worm's Crossing? Oh god. Am I about to get Game of Thrones Season 1?
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence. One sleep away.
One sleep away. Baldur's Gate, one sleep away. Oh, we are at Worm's Lookout. Okay. Everybody came up and then decided to go back down. Alright. Got wine here. Examine. Sure. I will take that. Okay, anything else? More of it. There we are. A little encumbered, but that's fine. Here, let's send these to camp. There we are. Okay. Anything else up here? Interesting. Huh. So how much of this... A lot of this looks kind of explorable, no? I don't know. Alright. Well, I suppose, like I said, we got cut a little bit short. Oh, look, there's a little secret passage right there. Alright, I suppose when next we return, we will adventure around down here. Looks like we got a big old camp set up and everything. Right? Looks like a whole ass area. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Until next time, please take care of each other.